So a quick review of BMW i3. I have about 5-10 minutes on the road right now. This is my second i3. I had the 2015 before, and now I have the 2018. I think it's a great car in many respects. I've test driven all other electric vehicles. Well, not all, but most. The Leaf, the Bolt, Volt, a couple other ones I forgot. Tesla. Tesla, number one, of course, number one. Like, hands down, no doubt about it. The Model X, the Model S, the Model 3, they are fantastic. Way better than anything else out there. But I think i3 is the best runner-up. Anyways, review of the i3. Things I like first. The instant torque, instant acceleration is amazing. It's kind of slow in general, in the grand scheme of things, and especially compared to other like fast performance cars or the Tesla cars. But it's still pretty good, and the electric vehicle instant torque is great. It's rear wheel drive, as opposed to, for example, the Chevy, which is front wheel drive, which is ridiculous. I stepped on the pedal in that one and I started turning my tires and screeching, and it's kind of like, what? So if it's rear wheel drive, it's great. If it's all wheel drive, it's great. Front wheel drive is stupid for an electric vehicle. What else is great here? Satellite radio, I love that, but that's not really car related. Harman Kardon speakers in this one, they're pretty good. You can't really tell, probably through the phone. But anyways, they're pretty decent. The 2015 version didn't have these ones, it had stock, and they were kind of whatever. Let's see, what else? I love the suicide doors. The doors opening like this, fucking great. It's really good, unique, convenient too. Not having that bar in the center, it's very convenient. It seems very small from the outside, but it's really not that small. It's fairly decent amount of space. Let's see what else we got. Large tires, the thin tires, not an issue for driving at all. The 2018 supposedly has the sports edition of the car. That one has slightly thicker tires, and I've been told that it's a little bit more stable, less wobbly on the freeway or at higher speeds, but I didn't really notice it that much. It is a little wobbly in this car if I go too fast and I try to like change lanes. Not like slow change, but you know, like aggressive changing here and there. Then you kind of start feeling it, but still, it's amazing. The range on this one is increased by 33% from the previous one. Before on the streets I was getting about 80. Now I can squeeze out 120 no problem. And in the 2015 version, I definitely felt the range anxiety. Here, not so much. Even though it's only a little bit more, 120 doesn't seem like a lot, but for most people, day-to-day driving, this is more than enough. If I wanted to do, let's say, a 150-mile trip one way, before I would have to stop 3 times. Now I have to stop once, if I'm fully charged before I get going. Let's see what else. The things I don't like: this little porthole sunroof. It's kind of cute, but this right here, it's kind of see-through, and when the sun is directly overhead, it's annoying. You can definitely see the bright spot, and it's not very distracting, but it's annoying. The charging is good. If you leave it overnight at home, obviously it's good, and if you go to DC fast chargers, it's pretty good. You can get, in 30 minutes, you can get like close to 80%, like 60 to 80%, depending on the chargers. Let's see what else we got here. I forgot to mention, I guess, the price. The price is pretty decent. Between the state incentives and the federal incentives and the dealership incentives, The 2015 model, I was paying about $250 a month for a $49,000 car, and this current one that I have is 54 and a half, almost 55,000, and I'm paying in the low 300s. So it's really hard to beat that with most cars, electric or not. And you also get 2 years of free charging. And not only do you get 2 years of free charging through Energy EV Go, you can purchase an extra year for only $100. If that's for public charging, of course. There are some free chargers, there are some paid ones. Depends on the company and where you're at. But price point for this quality is definitely great. The Chevy one, the Bolt or Volt, whatever it's called, it feels way worse on the inside. Like for let's say this car for $56,000, I don't think it feels like a $56,000 car should feel. But the Volt feels like a $20,000 car, and that one is like 40, 42, 45 or something like that. Anyways, if you go for electric, I definitely recommend i3, unless you can afford a Tesla. If you can get a Tesla, don't even hesitate.